Hello YouTube, this is Neon. Today I'm going to be doing another episode of From Coping to Thriving with Life, in which I talk about my personal life. I was wearing my glasses all along. And how I'm doing just that. I'm going to be talking about insomnia today. I'm in the thick of it. Right now it's like 9:04 p.m. and I just got out of bed not long ago, which means I've slept during the day. I think I went to sleep at 12 p.m. or something. The way my insomnia works is that I go to sleep at a different time every night when things are at their worst. And it's usually an hour later. It can be a half hour later. It can be 2 or 3 hours later than the night before. So I wind up eventually sleeping my 8 hours. If I can sleep 8 hours. A lot of times it's waking up constantly and it's tossing and turning constantly. But that sleep time winds up being during the day. It's because of my mental illness, it's very difficult to sleep at night. And I'm not a night owl. So sleeping during the day is tough. To have the sunlight, and it makes life hard because it's during the day that stores are open and that you can do business and you can do things in relative safety. And when I'm in the thick of my insomnia and I'm going to sleep at 5, 6, 7, 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, there's less that I can get done in terms of going to stores and going to businesses and doing things that we do during the day. Growing up, I know that my biological mother would beat us sometimes when we were sleeping. I know that for me personally, that woman had 7 children. I was the middle of the 7, and I know that up until the age of 14, I had to sleep at the foot of her bed, and she would kick me to wake me up, to wake everybody else up for school, which means I was the first one up, and if I didn't get up, I would get kicked hard, and I'm sure many times she'd make me cry from having kicked me really hard to make me get up, because she didn't do anything. She wanted us to be like her slaves. And I think that all of this abuse while I was asleep has really destroyed my ability to sleep. There's times where I will go to sleep between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. for up to 6 weeks. There's been a few times where for a month, maybe 2 months, I'll say a month to 2 months, where I've gone to sleep the same time every night. It's been 10 or 11 p.m. and that's been the longest I've ever been able to do that, and that's been a handful of times. So many times when I have worked, which are normal working hours, I would go to work and I just didn't sleep. I've never had compassion for my insomnia. I've had people say, wow, I wish I could sleep all day. Oh, you're probably just a night owl. I've had people say, well, why don't you take this tea recipe? Just them assuming that me sharing, oh my God, I'm really tired right now, which I would always get, well, you don't look tired at all. That's what I would get. But sharing my issues, people just assume that I want input, that I want them to comment. People assume that if they're a good listener, it's because of the clever comments that they make when people are, particularly when people are sharing about their problems, because it's really taboo to talk about our problems. People are never praised for talking about their problems. And so I've never gotten compassion for my insomnia. I'm very in the closet about it, as I said, because I've just been attacked. I've been attacked constantly. I've been attacked fearlessly, and I've had people who've tried to misdiagnose me, and I've been to the doctor about this. Insomnia can be an illness. It's kind of like jet lag. It's about the only way I could describe it, where people are struggling with their sleep, and they may struggle with their sleep for days or weeks, versus me, where I've struggled with my sleep for decades. There's a lot of trauma associated with going to sleep, a lot of fear of being attacked, of people breaking into my room. There's a lot of fear of that whenever I go to sleep. That particular aspect of my insomnia is stronger at night. But there's that constant fear of being attacked, of being beaten once I've fallen to sleep, into a sleep state. This makes life hard. This makes life not fun. We're supposed to spend a third of our lives sleeping, and when that third of our lives is screwed up, it's not pleasant at all. So I'm not doing well, but I'm getting over the hump because this is the worst of it. Eventually I'll be able to push my sleep back to where I'll be going to sleep at night, and I'll keep myself sleeping at night as much as possible. But just know that when I sleep, a lot of times I may sleep 1 to 2 hours. I have to get up to go pee, or I have to get up for whatever reason. There's lots of nights when I toss and turn constantly, and it's a very restless night. Over the years, my sleep has gotten better, I thank God. Like just going to sleep at night and sleeping 4-6 hours straight, or 8 hours straight, that was something I almost never did. And over the years, it's slowly gotten a little bit better, and I'm slowly getting a little bit of control over my sleep now. And I am grateful for that. It's one of those things that improves, but it improves slowly over years and over decades. And just because it improves doesn't mean it's not still difficult. And it is. And it's an issue that I face. It's an issue that I'm sharing right now because I know that people probably who are listening, they're not going to give me a lot of platitudes. And they're just going to listen, and that's that. And maybe I get a little sympathy because it's something I've never gotten for my sleep. I've gotten people say, well, why don't you take sleep medication? Why don't you go to a doctor? Like, I've done all of that. I've attempted suicide once, overdosing, so doctors won't prescribe me sleep medication, and I've had insomnia for so many years. Doctors have told me that I would become dependent on prescription sleep meds, and they were saying that long-term use of prescription sleep meds, meaning years and years of using them, it creates dependency, and it can actually even lead people to having seizures. So because my insomnia is so problematic, and it's such a long-term chronic issue, it has been decided that sleep medications are not the best course of action. Of course, people are always giving advice, and it's tough because I have to hear the same things over and over again. I don't share my sleep issues with anybody I'm talking to, even if I'm in the thick of it. I sense that this video is coming to an end, so if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, make a comment, watch a commercial, recommend my videos to a friend. Keep me in your prayers. I will for you as well, and best wishes.